email is scanned, but if billions of emails are being scanned every day, it's not being done physically. So if, let's say, I feel that when you're spending anything on the credit card, you're dealing with your bank, the information that you share with those guys is much more private than anybody else, and they're using that information to sell you more products in any case. The fact of the matter is, all these things are happening. So if it's done on an automated basis, where billions and billions of emails are being read, it's done on a contextual advertising. Nobody is searching between Larry Page and not sitting and reading your email, right? It's being done on that automated basis. So it's safer, and the ads are for you. Because the thing is, they will help you take a better decision instead of interrupting you. So one option is, you have Gmail, who does not interrupt you, and then you have another email which will open a pop-up box. You close the pop-up box, the next one opens up, you close that, the third one opens up, and then after jumping to hula hoops, then you get to check your email, which was the case earlier. Don't you think this is a much better option of having ads on the right-hand side, which are text ads, not interrupting you? Yes, they are based on your content, but that's what you would want the ads to be. If you're saying in your email, I'm going to Singapore, would you not want ads of hotels in Singapore or flights to Singapore on the right-hand side? You prefer those ads than having Viagra ads out there, right? So that's what contextual advertising is about. It's better to have contextual advertising than not to have it. Yes, it invades privacy. So how many people in this room who doesn't have a Gmail account? One guy. So that's what the thing I rest my case. In spite of everybody, Google, reading your emails, you still have a Gmail account. It's the value proposition that they offer. And they've honestly said that, okay, we are going to be doing this, period. If you don't want a Gmail account, don't take it. That's what Google responded. And the very fact is that 98% of the people in this room have a Gmail account after that answer. वो बोलते हैं ना दुखती रख पे हाथ रख दिया यार, तो इसलिए थोड़ा animated answer हो गया. Okay, Ken, any things that you would like to share, Dylan? We, I think, reaching I have to take this guy to Agra, so he said 11 o'clock, and he's like, yank you from the stage. So, one last question, and anything that Dylan would like to give in closing remarks would be good.
One last question. Response to a question, yeah. Yeah.
It's very interesting to see, search evolving, advertising, etc. But, I work in the side as well in terms of the internet space.
It's okay.
Well, it's difficult finding people from advertising getting on this side or vice versa. Advertising people generally say I'm creative. Search, or intent people say we're not creative people. So how do you see the difference, or do you see a merger happening at some stage? Because there's always this divide between traditional agency and internet, stroke search, stroke whatever.
Yeah, I'll answer that one, Vivek. Yeah, I mean, what we found is part of the reason that we grew rapidly as a search expert is that we weren't a media company and we weren't a techie company. We were just coming to it brand new. And the reason is that the media agencies tend to attract, or the best people in media agencies attracted to moving images and pictures and colours and things that they can be creative with. And text is 150 characters of text that you get on a Google ad doesn't feel creative, doesn't feel as if you can be creative. So the best people in media companies didn't want to really do search engine marketing. It didn't seem as exciting. So that left a niche in the market for experts to come in and actually discover it's actually significantly creative to have a limited resource to work with and get the result that you want. So the skill sets also become different. Instead of being creative pictures and skills, the skill sets in search marketing tend to be more analytical, more based on being able to manipulate and look at data and present data effectively. So I think the reason that there's not as much crossover is that although we're all in the same industry, marketing industry, the skill sets are actually significantly different, and the high flyers in media will tend towards TV, film, advertising, colour print and things like that. So it's really rare for us to recruit from media into search. Clearly it's becoming more common for media companies to recruit people from search because it's a massively fast-growing area and they want to get as good as they can at it. But to be fair, the best people in search tend to work for companies like Vivek's and my company, where they're surrounded with other experts. And then just, you wanted a closing kind of comment. I was just trying to think how it's different in the UK to India, and I'm not sure it is really. My search executives, the people who are actually making the decisions on search marketing campaigns, have got an average age of 23. It's normally their first or second job. They've had all their training in search from Latitude, and these people at 23 years old are handling anywhere up to $10 million of spend in a year, and that they are solely responsible for deciding how it's spent. Now I'm thinking, I can't think of many industries where a 23-year-old in their first job gets that level of responsibility. But that's the reason why I think, I know certainly we are massively choosy, and I think Vivek is, on the types of people that we take into this industry. I do think it's the elite, of the 22, 23-year-olds that are joining this industry. And if you think you're in that, I strongly recommend you join the industry.
My take is a little slightly different. I would say that the problem is not they're not joining this industry. The challenge or the thing is, do we want them? Do they have the skill set that this industry wants? The fact of the matter is, if a creative writer can write one ad in 3 days, I would rather not hire him, because I just can't have that guy writing one ad in 3 days. In terms of creativity, the creativity in this out here is extremely, extremely creative, but it's very lateral. So let's say, example, we had a thing where we target a Saudi wealthy guy who's worth $10 million plus, who has some connections in UK and US, and we actually bid for Dorchester gym timings, because Dorchester Hotel, or let's say a World of Astoria gym timings in New York, where it's $1,000 hotel or £1,000 hotel. So the thing is, if he's searching for that in Saudi, he's going to stay there, because you don't search for gym timings if you're not planning to stay there in the near future. So the thing is, reaching that one particular elusive guy takes a lot of creativity. In terms of understanding, the thing is that it's the closest man has ever come to a mind reading machine. So the thing is, reading mind takes a lot of creativity. What they mean by it, what is the intent, and these are things which are extremely insightful. And as Dylan said, I think the best thing is that whenever a person joins search, from day one, he is live doing things that he can see results of. He does something today, tomorrow he gets a result. It's not 6 months hence, and if you're joining a conventional media agency, it takes you 10 years, 5 years before you can actually do something which sees the light of the day. Here, the next day, you're doing things, you're getting results, and you're improving on a day-to-day basis. If a 1% improvement takes place every day, you compound that, it becomes nearly 3,000%. Search, the advantage is that you get feedback on an hourly basis. You do something in an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, you get a feedback. Based on that, you improve it, the next step. So just imagine a 3-year of that, what kind of improvement it would do to you as an individual in terms of your career and learning. So summarizing it, if you ask me, there are 3-4 things I would like to say. First thing is, I think the search industry is going to grow exponentially, which is obvious. But more than that, I think search prepares you for the future of contextual advertising. So all advertising will become contextual. If you're a search marketing professional, you will take to the water extremely quickly without any problems, because we are training you in all the things that you're going to need in contextual advertising in any case. Second thing is, the growth because of paucity of talent.